walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Thailand. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Huddersfield Town Fan TV. Here I am joined by Mike, our regular guest every Friday, bringing you the best thoughts ahead of the game this week. And of course, but yes, this is our match preview for our game this weekend against Reading. Yeah, our first game on the road, second game of the season, and hopefully from last week, we want to build upon that now. We want to get in and we need to build upon it. But obviously, we're going to do it the way we usually do. We're going to get into the opposition, including, we've got a Reading fan actually. We've got a video, bit of a little longer video than I would have liked. But anyways, we've still got a little video for you guys to share, but you know what I mean. And also, obviously, we'll move on to our perspective, lineups, predictions, all that good stuff. But yes, make sure you do smash the like button. Comment your thoughts throughout the show as well, and subscribe if you are new as well. We finally hit 1,080 subscribers, which is just great. So yeah, I was like on 1,070 for like ages. Anyway, also just a reminder, I will be doing a watch along to our game tomorrow. Of course, join me from 12:15 tomorrow lunchtime, and I will be bringing you the full match commentary of the game. So yes, if you want to come and say hello, you're more than welcome to. And also, Football Content Awards, yes, final push. If you haven't already, please go and vote for me in the Football Content Awards for Best New Content Creator. The link is in the description. I know Aidan will probably put it in for me as well in the chat as well. But yes, but look, Mike, we're here. I'm sorry for the long intros, but how are you doing, mate? Have you had a good week?
Yeah, no, it's been great. I've been recovering from our like amazing 3-0, which you know, we knew we were going to win, didn't we? We knew we were going to win. But yeah, that 3-0, it was great to watch. You know, I think it went exactly. We spoke about it previously, and it went exactly as we thought it would go. But just to be there and sort of like, you know, be in the stands, and football's back, isn't it? You know, it's great. It's just great to be there again. Yeah,
it's just nice for it to be back, isn't it? You know, it's a lot. You know, football's an escape for a lot of people. You know, and without it, it was really strict. You know, it was such a. I know it seemed to go quite quickly this summer, to be fair, but it was still difficult without football. You get me what I'm saying? It was. It's one of those. But let's have a look in the chat. See who's here already. So Bing says hello. Been a while. Yes, hello Bing. How are you doing? Good to see you. Yes, it has been a while. Hope you're doing well, mate. Joshua says, evening, Ryan. Hope you're well and hope you've had a great day. Big up to you, Joshua. How are you? Good to see you in the chat there. And he also said evening to Mike as well. Hope you're well.
Evening, buddy.
Yeah, good stuff. BL says hello, everyone. I hope you're all having a great day. Yes, obviously it's been quite a nice day, hasn't it, today? To say the sun's shining and all that. So yeah, quite warm. Congrats, mate, on 1 point. Yeah, look, just because I was so long on 1,070, it was just annoying. But now I'm at 1,080, which may not seem a lot, but it is.
It's that.
Joshua said that's knowing that you're doing a live watching for your game. You have tomorrow at lunchtime. All right, yes, it clashes with Man United game tomorrow. Yeah, fair enough. I'm sorry about that, Joshua, but yes. Wayne says you like the new intro. He says hello as well. Yes, big up Wayne. How are you doing? Wayne's always here, always showing his support. And yes, thank you very much. I do like the new intros and outros. They're so much better than last season. Joshua said congrats on 1.8. Yeah, big up. Thank you. Thanks. We're just going to keep pushing out. Yeah, I'm good up your world. Been a bit busy, but busy, isn't it, all the time? We'll have a catch up when I get home. No problem. Thank you. But look, here we are then. So we've got Reading tomorrow. I mean, obviously, before we do get into the Reading fans' perspective, we've got a video, like I said, which is a bit of a longer one than I wanted it to be, but it still gives you a little bit of an insight from a Reading fan himself. So, yes. But look, I think for me, this will be a test this weekend. You know what I mean? Obviously, Reading are a side that like to dominate the ball, and they've got some quality in there, haven't they, as well? Obviously, but I think Lewis Wing in that midfield just is a class player in that centre of the park. I think we need to win that battle somehow. And
Charlie Savage is in there, is he?
Charlie Savage alongside as well, and
got
Fraser as well. Some good quality up front. Now I know Powdy O'Connor is going to be out for this one because he's injured. So there we are. I mean,
they've got so many defenders, though. They've got so many defenders. It's a bit like
Powdy O'Connor is a beast and he's a great defender. So
100%.
But look, what are your opening thoughts, Mike, on this challenge that Reading will pose this weekend? Then, how are you feeling ahead of the game?
It's like we're away, aren't we? We're going. It's always harder going away. It's a simple fact, because you're fighting against the crowd as well. I'm sure that the town fans that go down there are going to make themselves heard. It's a long way to travel as well, but I think it's going to be probably one of our toughest tests of the season, to be honest. I really do. They're an established side. We were sort of like both fighting for the Premiership at the same time, weren't we? We're kind of level, or I see Reading as like that team that sort of like sits kind of parallel to us, if that makes sense. But I think we'll outclass them tomorrow. I just think we've got that class now that we needed. I would have to beat them. I think we really have. I mean, it's going to be tough in midfield. I really do, because I think they have got a very strong midfield. Charlie Savage, Fraser. I don't think they're going to play tomorrow. And again, I think we've got the quality to get past their defensive line. Powdy O'Connor, as you said, is injured.
Of course, yeah.
And I don't think they have. I hate saying this because it'll come back to bite me, but I don't fear their strikers as much.
Really? They've got that Kelvin. I'm not going to try and say his third name, but that number nine for them, Kelvin. I don't know what. I'm not saying. I can't say it.
Well, they've got O'Malley, Ibatomahin, Paddy Lane. They've got quite a few, haven't they? But I think we're stronger than them, and our defence, I think, can handle them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Obviously, they tend to play with a 4. In fact, let's just go through the time. Lewis Wing, Charlie Savage, and Powdy O'Connor isn't going to be available, but I think you've given me a few players there. They did lose Harvey Nibbs, who was a brilliant player for them in the attacking area. They did. Yeah. So yes, thanks for that reminder, Joshua. But look, they do play a very attacking formation, though, and I do think they're going to, the ones that. But look, we're going to have a listen to what Reese, the Reading fan that I've been in contact with over this few days. Sit back and listen for a few moments. I know it's a bit long, guys, but he's about 3 minutes. So let's see what Reese has to say. And I have to overlap the videos, by the way. I've got one video, and then I have to overlap it because you can't fit 2 big files like that all in one. You have to. Basically, StreamYard only allows you to upload like one section of a size, and then I had to add on it was 50 seconds after. I needed to add on that little bit afterwards. So it'll overlap. But let's have a listen to Reese then for a few minutes, and we'll be back very soon.
Hello everyone, who's watching from Huddersfield Town Fan TV. Reading Huddersfield, 12:30 kickoffs, which is It's good for some people, good for me when I'm in this kind of work. If I'm honest, if Reading play how they did against Lincoln, then it's not a game I'd want to watch anyway. Last week it was like watching a National League game. Our defence was slow. We create chances, but there's no one there that could have finished them. We got unlucky with a few things, but both teams were poor. I mean, you guys started well, top of the league, and it's always going to be a worry going into your first home game of the season for us. And yeah, there's definitely things that will have to change. Looking at lineup, Joel Pereira is definitely the starting goal. He is. I mean, for me, he was our player of the season last year. Kept us in so many games, and he's for me, he's the best keeper in League One. Very, very consistent. I'm hoping he changes it formation-wise to 4-2-3-1. So Calvin Briefer will be on the right, alongside Stickland and Burns. Potentially play Matt Jacob at left back. Jarrell Dorset played the first game, but apparently he's got a concussion. Two midfielders, Lewis Spring. The guy was magic last season, and I'm hoping that he can continue that form on. Alongside Charlie Savage, he's just a workhorse. He runs and runs and runs, and it's brilliant. He's amazing. The three beyond the striker, for me, Kamaru has to start. New signing, did very well for Crawley last season, considering how bad Crawley did. Apologies. And I think he'll start alongside Ben Elliott and Paddy Lane. And then for a score prediction, optimistically, at home, potentially a 2-1 win. Realistically, I'm going to go for 1-1. Definitely 1-1. But there's not much that splits the two sides, if I'm going to be completely honest. I'd love to see us win. We need the win, boost the confidence going into the League Cup game on Tuesday, and then the home game on Saturday. And hopefully we can improve. I just want to say thank you. It's the first time I've ever done any video clip or anything like that. Thank you for the opportunity, and I hope to see you in the next game.
There we are. So yes, big thank you to Reese for giving us a bit of insight into Reading, and obviously he shared his stats lightly.
Big up to Reese anyway. It's good effort.
Yeah, it seemed quite. He said it took him like 14 times to record that because he was quite nervous. So obviously not done anything like it before. So yes, big up to Reese and thank you. And yes, I appreciate you taking the time out to do that for us. But look, obviously their manager, I do want to go into their manager, obviously Nicky Hunt, who obviously played for them. Apparently, I've done my research. He played for them. I don't remember him, to be fair, but and he has a connection with the club. So obviously he's one, a bit like Richie Wellens last week. Obviously Richie Wellens played for Leyton Orient and then he's the manager now. So now obviously Reese did say that the formation he's thinking about will change this week, because obviously they did play the 4-3-3 last week. But he thinks they're going to go to a 4-2-3-1. But obviously very attacking minded manager, I think. What do you think? Nicky Hunt's a good manager. What do you make of him?
I think he's really good actually. He's one of those that, like, if he'd have walked through the door at Town, I'd have been happy. Honestly, he's a good manager. you know, he's just suffered, hasn't he, with that turnaround, and now Reading have been, for the last sort of like 2 seasons, they've not been themselves really, dare I say it, but he is an attacking manager. He just like to put an attacking side out, and I think that's, it could be the downfall, to be honest. If he does
Yeah, it
that.
could play into our hands. It could play
Yeah,
into
I think it'll play into our hands. Yeah,
because we've got a lot of pace. We can get forward. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, look, if he wants to go out, if he wants to be a bit more adventurous than normally can, and we can get him behind, it's fine. But look, like I said, he's already Reece already said in it, but I do think likes of Lewis Wing, definitely a great player in that midfield for them. Key player, Charlie Savage, and I like that Kamari Doyle, who we obviously also mentioned as well, who has just joined them only a few days ago from Brighton. Obviously, he was on loan at Crawley the second half of last season, but he was also at Exeter the first half. And I think he's a very good player. He's got a lot of pace. He's a skillful player as well. He's got a lot of quality. So, that's a few players that I think will be we need to look out for. But let's have a look at the comments. They also have Joe Pereira, also, who played a couple of games.
That's for goal, isn't it? Yeah.
I do remember him. And to be fair, I wasn't really the biggest fan of his. I think he was quite shaky in goal, from what I remember. I wasn't really. He didn't play that many games, so I'm not going to.
He's their number one, though, isn't he? Where's their number one? I'm sure he does. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, obviously he's their number one at Reading now. Seems to be doing well there. So, but I just didn't think he was very good with us, to be fair. But yeah, he has played some good performances there. Yes, Kamari Doyle, the guy that I just mentioned. Yes, of course, very very talented young man. Still only 20 years of age. So yes, still still lots of potential with him, but really good player.
Yeah.
I mean, that score prediction was a bit wild, to be fair, but it's his score prediction. I think he was just trying to make himself feel like they could do it, but I don't think maybe he didn't believe what he was saying. I don't know. But I don't know. He even said that they were going to win 2-1, but then you see if he was being realistic, then we won 1. And then he also said about having better players in it. I don't really think I agree with that, really. I think we have the better squad than them, but again, don't know if I'm buying.
They've got one quality player, I think, in every position. I don't think they're as good as us now in that, because I think we've got quality all the way through that pitch now and through our team. So they're kind of like, if they had Powdy O'Connor on the pitch, if everyone was fit, I think they'd give us a better game,
absolutely. So that is a little bit about Reading, then our opponents tomorrow, guys. We are going to go into our section now, obviously the main part of the show. So yes, we go into this on the back of a fantastic opening day victory against Leyton Orient, where we just hammered them. And it was a fantastic day last weekend, and I wish I could relive it again, to be fair. But look, 3 games in the next 7 days. A very busy week for us, isn't it now? For everybody, really, but obviously...
Ryan, before we go on, 1 second. I know I said I'd never do this.
Oh, you've got that! Oh, you've got that. You said you weren't going to get one.
Don't worry, I've got you on.
Oh my gosh. Oh, no way. You know what? I got there very early. I couldn't see I wasn't looking, by the way, but I didn't see anybody. Where did you get it from? Because I couldn't see anywhere where you could get it.
There's some girls giving them away, sort of like, where the big screens were, just sort of like opposite the outside bar area.
All right.
And they were
I was very early. Yeah, I was quite early on Saturday, and I couldn't see anyone with the hat. But everybody seemed to get there before me. It was rammed when I got down there. But I can't believe it. But look, we have got 2 tricky away fixtures on either side of a tough home game against Leicester in the Carabao Cup, which we will be getting into after this one, of course. We'll get a preview show out on Monday. But look, what are your thoughts going into this game then for us then? Are you feeling confident that we can get a result here? And what are your overall thoughts after last week? Do you think that has given us the confidence now, hasn't it, to really build upon? We need to build up on it now, and we need to show an even better performance. And obviously, it's on the road, so it comes with more challenges as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. I think for us, I don't think Harness will play. I think Harness is still injured, isn't he? I think that was the last I heard. Roughton's going to be back for it, I hope.
Yeah,
so,
I did have the team news. So but
yeah,
I was just
so,
like talking like exclusively about the game itself, like going into this one. Like,
yeah,
I know we've
so
on it anyway, but yeah.
So because and I just think because we haven't got the point was that like because we haven't got that many injuries, I think that team is as strong as it'll be. I don't see many changes. There might be a midfield change, but I'm very confident for this. I really think they're going to push on from this. I really do. I think the team's that good. Which
absolutely. I did a video during the week actually about like I know it's only one game. People can say stop getting carried away, but I just think that I feel like coming away from that game last week, I felt like, you know what, we've got a squad that we can actually be proud of now. You know what I mean? It's felt nice to be able to feel that. I feel like everyone wants to be here. Everyone is proud of wearing that shirt, and we haven't had all these things in the prep pack. Everyone thinks it's just a given to have it. No, it wasn't for us. We've had players on the books that have just not cared about the club, just happy to pick up a wage and just go home, didn't care about results. Now we've got a squad we can be proud of. Do you agree with that statement that I just made there?
Yeah, I think it is, and I think it I watched your video of midweek as well, and you put out the key points and that togetherness.
Yeah.
It and you saw that at the weekend. I mean, I've seen it through pre-season when we watched them, didn't we, in pre-season as well?
Yeah.
When I look back at the squad from last year, honestly, I can't believe we fielded that team now to what we've got now, because it's just night and day, isn't it? We've got. It's crazy, and our team now, I actually feel this is the team to get us back into the Championship 100%.
You know what? Last year, I like looking forward, but last season, like comparing the two squad, it is night and day. I agree with you. I just think that when I think about last season's squad, I actually just feel ashamed that these kind of players that were representing us last year actually was allowed to represent us and was here at this football club, because they didn't deserve it. They didn't. Right. Most of these players did not deserve to be at this club, and they took it for granted. And for me, look, I'm not going to say any more about it, but I'm just saying, squad now, we've got players that we can relate to. We've got players that will work hard they'll do their best for us every week, basically. Whereas the other players we've had in the past, they weren't doing that. They were doing the bare minimum and even less at times. So let's have a look at the comments before we do get any further. I've lost his creativity and scoring will help him fill the void of no Harvey Nibs. I can't remember who you're talking about now, mate, to be fair, but sorry about that. I can't remember what we were on about at the time. Town were nervous against Orient. Now their confidence will be high. Castledine will hopefully be playing. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I think we had to have a lot of moments in that match last week. I don't want to keep going about it because last week's obviously talking about this weekend's game, but I do think there were a few nervy moments. There were a few moments that, but it was never going to be the perfect, it was never going to be perfect, was it? It's the first game. You could say it was perfect because we won 3-0 and we got a clean sheet, but I just mean overall, if you look at the performance, we were on the back foot quite a number of times, and we didn't have as much possession as I would like. Yes, we won the game 3-0, so who cares? But I felt like they were in control of parts of that game rather than we getting on. You know what I mean? We were a bit deep, but look, confidence will be high now, and it's helped them massively for me.
Yeah, I mean, our counter-attacking is excellent. I mean, I'm I dare say it was a counter-attacking, but we were excellent. That our quality and the speed that we've got in that team, we'll put the fear into most teams now in this division, without a doubt.
Absolutely, people fear us, won't they? Yeah, with this group we've got, absolutely. And yes, look, hopefully we do get to see Castledine as well at some point. Yes, I'm excited to see what he can do. Yeah. Harness was training on Wednesday. Well, the thing is, I've heard mixed signals about this Harness situation because. So Lee Grant did do it. I don't know if anybody seen it, but they did do the preview show on the Huddersfield channel, and he actually said that they were still doing tests on Harness, so they didn't really know what was happening. But there were pictures of him actually in training on that unrestricted video. By the way, that unrestricted video is quality. I love that. know if anybody's seen it, but it was fantastic insight into like obviously what was going on behind the scenes pre-season and then build up to the season, and just kind of shone a light on everything. Really, it was so good. Definitely go and watch it if you haven't already. Jackson Sarah, sorry I'm late. Personally, I think it will be 3-1 Town. Another score, early prediction there. We are going to get into that in a minute. No worries for being late, but I like the confidence as well, by the way. I do. Nice, another nice 3 points. Oh, yes, Kamari Doyle, yes. So this was about this. Yeah. No, I agree, yeah. He's creative. He's got a lot of creativity. And, look, definitely he's a player that can fill the void of Harvey Nibbs. But can you get as many goal contributions and stuff as him? I don't know. But look, let's have a look here. So, yes, let's have a look. I did get a little quote from Lee Grant going into this game and his thoughts on it. So, let's have a look. So, he said, Shroomer banner, he said, obviously, going into the game, he said, my focus is getting the players prepared and for another tough challenge. Last weekend, they played really well. We had a lot of football. They dominated the ball. We expect a really tough fixture against a super motivated, hungry side. So obviously, Lee Grant knows it's going to be a tough game. And look, I seem to be liking Lee Grant more and more as the weeks go by. I'm not going to lie to you. I just love the way he communicates. He's fantastic. He means every word. He backs it up with action. And I just love him. I love him. I'm warm to him. First manager I've warmed to him. How many managers that we've had in recent memory? You know what I mean? It's brilliant.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. It's not the same old. I'm not going to go into it, but there's no repetition in his words, is there?
No, and I think I was always quite skeptical. You know, when he did that first interview at the start, where he obviously was speaking about everything. I took what he said on board, but I had to take it with a pinch of salt at that moment because I thought, well, let's have a look at what you do over the summer. He's backed up what he said with action now. Because we've had managers, and we've had managers who have said stuff and not delivered. So I was kind of skeptical of it at first, but then no, he's proven that he's completely different to what we've had in the past. Let's have a look. Town are playing one-touch football from defence through midfield to our attack. Players are also getting forward in numbers. Yeah, no, I agree. It's just night and day in the football. Exciting football, guys.
Yeah. Alfie May defending.
That last week when he lost the ball and you wouldn't have saw that last season. You wouldn't have saw that last season.
You imagine Josh Koroma. You reckon Koroma running back for that?
Oh my days! No, he didn't know. I don't know. I don't think he knew what the word "run" meant. But anyway, but look, that was fun. That just epitomised that performance last week.
It was amazing. Yeah.
I know he didn't get back to Orient could have potentially scored. He didn't stop them from taking a shot, but.
I watched that shot, the Connors shot last weekend actually, and I think Goodman had it covered.
I trust Goodman in goal as well. He's got a big range. He's just the real deal. Sorry, I'm just saying how it is, guys.
You're buzzing, Ryan. Come on.
Yeah, no, I just love Goodman. I feel safe with him in goal. Yeah. May ran the full length of the pitch and tried to block the cross. Yeah, no, he did. He did try and block it, but I'm just saying that. I just love that endeavour and that drive to get back. Yeah. Nice to see. So team news. Let's have a look. Oh yes. So let's have a look. What I've got another quote here. What Lee Grant said about the injury. Exact words. What he said. So let me just get it up for you now. Let's look. Here we are. So he said obviously on the injuries to Sean Rowan and Marcus Harness. Sean and Marcus both left the field versus Orient, as we know. Sean got out on the grass yesterday. I know it said today, but it was yesterday that this was posted. So obviously, and got training, which is great. Marcus, we are still waiting to hear the results of where he is at. But as I've already alluded to with Marcus Harness, he was actually seen picture training, which I'm a bit confused about. Like you're telling us that you don't know what's happening with him, but he's on the grass. So
you normally put him through. He's going to increase his training, isn't he? And if he's feeling any niggles, to be honest, I'm more than happy for Marcus to sit out because you want him fully fit for the remainder of the season. So
Yeah, I get that, but he didn't say that he was. He said that they didn't know what was the problem. They was running tests on him, so therefore he would be a major doubt this weekend, basically. Yeah. So the fact that we saw him on the grass, it was a bit confusing. But I don't know. Let's have a look. Blue Taste said that last goal was more entertaining than the whole of last season. Yeah. I mean, look, yeah. I mean, that wasn't hard, was it? But I mean, yeah. And he said, yeah, Dan, yeah, I know what you mean, Blue Terry, but good evening to you. And yes, no, we got entertainment in that first game that we had all last season. Yeah, brilliant. He may play Castledine, give Harness a rest and put on the bench. Look, for me as well, I've kind of got the impression that Leo Castledine, yes, he has had a week's training now, and obviously, but I still feel like he was trying to hint that he wasn't quite ready to be fully involved. That's the impression I got when I was listening to the preview show with Grant. Marcus McGuane is still going to be he's still a way off. He hasn't had a pre-season, this guy, and like I said, it's going to take time to build this guy up. So I don't know how long it'll take for him to get up to speed, but I don't think he's injured, but he's having to build himself up, I believe. So yeah. Hopefully it's not too long because, like I said, we do want some more options in that midfield. So yeah, and then obviously Jacob Chapman remains injured with Reece Healy as well, who always is injured anyway. So he might as well just rip his contract now. Aidan says, "Hi mate, hope you're both okay. Sorry I can't stay long, just thought I'd pop in and say
hi mate.
Big up to you. Have you seen his new profile picture?"
I love it.
Yeah. I do as well. But big up, Aidan. I appreciate you popping in. Even though, this guy, he's been here since day. I know you know, Mike, but he's been here since day one of this channel. He always makes sure he comes, no matter whether he's busy. He's always here. He always comes to say hello. Big up.
Awesome. Good effort. Yeah.
Yes. And yes, if you haven't already, guys, there's 18 of you in here right now. Smash that like if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Let's try and get to 1,100 subscribers. And also, your guests, I've already kind of plugged that a little bit. But yeah, if you want to go and vote for the Football Content Awards, you can. The link is in the description of the video. Big up, Aidan. Thank you so much. Blue Terry says, wouldn't be surprised if Grant said what he said about Hansen to try and throw Reading off with what team he'll pick. Well, I mean, we're getting 9 games going on already.
9 games already. Yeah.
I don't mind that.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what we. But and yes, the link is put the link in the chat. Big up, Aidan. You're a legend, man. But look, I love the support, man. But look, let's get into the predicted I've done a lineup for this game, and it's pretty much the same, apart from the forced injuries that I believe we're going to have to make. So where are we now? So yes, here we are. So for me, I can't really change much of this side apart from the enforced change. Obviously, we've got Goodman goal, back 4 of Miller, Lowe, Watmore, and Gooch. And by the way, Feeney is actually back for this game, by the way. It was only one game, so he's back. So more depth. I thought it was 2. Right, but look, yeah, good to have him back. He seems like a character that will play a big part this season, Feeney, and he's a good player as well. So, if one of these 2 central defenders don't perform, then Feeney's there waiting to take their place. Ledson, of course, and look, I'm not a big fan of Kane, and I said it last week, I'm not, but he played well last week, so I have to start him. I can't drop him. Rooskin on the left. I've gone for May as the number 10. I've actually have to push Ben Wiles out on the right. And look, I know that maybe take away a few of his strengths, Wiles, but for me, he can still play on the inside when you play in that position still. So I feel like it still can be, beneficial. And I don't think Harness will make it. But if Harness does make it, then we have a problem because I don't know who. But anyway, I'm just thinking that Harness won't make it personally. I don't think he'll risk. And by the way, I haven't put Rowell in this lineup because I just don't think he'll risk him. I just don't, because he's only been in training a few days, and I just don't see him risking him. What's the point? What's the point risking him for one game and then missing another stretch of the season? You just can't. We need him fit for most of the season. So that's my thinking behind this. And then Taylor, I think you could even switch Taylor and May as well, but that's my lineup. But Mike, would you change anything from my lineup, or would you keep it like this?
No, I'd I'd be going pretty much exactly the same. We're quite fortunate that now that we know the strongest 11, don't we? Really.
Yeah.
You know, give or take. We say that we do. We might not know that yet. We haven't got McGuane. We haven't seen
Competition though. Like it's always competition though, so you know what I mean. Yeah, people can
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, I love our sort of like our Miller Ruskin sort of pairing. I like our centre back pairing. You know, Watmouth and Lowe. I love sort of like Gooch. I mean, flicking heck,
he was class. He was class.
I mean, and he's so versatile. He can play all over the place. I mean, you could actually put Gooch forward into that, Arnie's position. You know.
Yeah, no. You could, to be fair. Yeah, you could, to be fair. Yeah.
Because he can score a goal. I totally agree that Taylor will probably play up front with May in that 10. And, and yeah, I mean, I'd go with that all day long. It looks a great team.
Guys, I did actually forget. If you want to put your lineups in, you're more than welcome to, of course. I love reading yours out. Oh, yes, Blue Terrier is in already with his lineup. But first, let's have a look. So Blue Terrier has gone for a 4-2-3-1. So here we are, Goodman in goal. Yeah. You're gonna risk Rowan. I don't think you can. But yeah, fair enough. Back four of Rowan, Lowe, Watmore, and Gooch. And then obviously the two holding, Kane and Ledson. Then obviously Ruskin, Wiles. You've gone for Aisha. Yeah, obviously our young academy.
Do you know, he played really well in pre-season as well, didn't he? But
Yeah,
I know we don't look at pre-season, do we? But Sway and Aisha played brilliant.
To be fair, mate, you've actually got a good point that Aisha, there is potential players for him now, obviously with a little injury to Harness. So yeah, I don't know why I'm saying it like that, because I do think Aisha can play a big part of the season. I think he's a very good talented player as well. One of the best, for me, I think he's one of the best youngsters we've got in the club, to be fair, from what I've seen. So and May, you've gone for May. So you've put Taylor on the bench, which I just want to see. I want to see like May and Taylor on the pitch at the same time as much as we can. You know what I mean? Do you feel like that as well?
I totally agree that we need them both on the pitch at the same time.
Yeah. Finding a system.
Saying that as well, when Sorensen came on and we had God dear me, his mind's gone out. The name's gone out of my head. Oh dear me. But
who were you talking when you on about?
I was talking about the back heel to that happened for the third goal, the Ruskin goal. I don't know why my brain's gone blank tonight.
Charles was involved in
Charles,
that.
Sorry. Yeah, Charles. And I want to see Charles get more time as well. I thought he played excellent when he came on.
He did look good when he came, and he actually had a shot put over the bar by the keeper, didn't he? Effort. So he actually got a shot on target, which is progress. I'm not being harsh to that. By the way, that might sound harsh, but I'm just saying that I'm sorry. Yeah. How many times have we seen this guy have a chance and he just hit it wide? You're not even testing the keeper, man. But he looked a lot sharper, I agree. So let's hope he can keep building and keep, because there's a long way to go for me until he's, is involved heavily. Looks a good Reading side. Reading will be worried with that side. And who we have. Yeah. Look, another thing as well on Saturday, the depth that we have in our squad. I know that we have depth in our squad, but when we just saw it on the team sheet on Saturday, when we first saw that team sheet on Saturday, I was like, it was like a reality check. It's like, wow, we've actually got really good depth here now. Do you know what I mean? Like, I knew we did, but like seeing it there, it's like, wow, we actually have. It's crazy.
I think the only bit on that day actually, which was that Watmouth, which was a bit of a weird back pass that nearly ended up with them almost scoring a goal, and I put that down to nerves. Because he had an excellent game.
He did.
And then I was just, we did. And everyone that sits around where I sit, which is just over by you, isn't it? Just a bit further over. Everyone was saying, I can't believe this is our team.
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's just it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, I agree, though. Like, obviously, you know what I mean? It's just nice to have that, the feel-good factor and positivity back at the club. It's just amazing, and we've been through it these last couple of years as a fan base, and I mean now things have turned, and it's just nice to have a club back that we can be proud of, and a squad that we can proud. You know what I mean? So absolutely. So we look. Gooch, yes, I love when they said that. You know, when Gooch came. Whenever Gooch does something good, just do this. Just shout
that was
Gooch at the top
brilliant.
of your lungs.
Yeah.
Because yes. And Chuzarin is here and he says, good luck to Huddersfield this season up the May. I think it's a Birmingham fan, this, isn't it? Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate the good luck. And yes, obviously, he's now a player now. And a lot of Birmingham fans are quite upset that he actually left, to be fair. So it shows. Aisha will play in the cup. Yes, to be fair, that's a good point. You know, we will see that rotation during the week. And Aisha, look, get Aisha in there on Wednesday. It's not Tuesday, it's Wednesday. Against Leicester,
Yeah, 7:45.
A good opportunity for him to showcase what he can do, Aisha, for sure. That bit back heel from Sorensen was filthy. If I was the Orient left back, I would have seen myself straight. He got on. It was good to see Sorensen look the player that we thought we were signing last summer. You know, when he came in, there were a lot of hype about him.
He only lacks a bit of pace sometimes against the quicker players, but he can turn a man. He's a good player. He can got a good cross on him.
Yeah, we just haven't seen it that much at all. So, but look, it's a fresh start, and he did come on and do well. So that was that back heel, man.
I love that.
Wayne says, will Bojan get a chance this season? For me, I don't see it. We've got too much depth now. These players like Bojan, Ladapo, we won't see him anywhere near the squad unless we have injuries now, and that's how I see it. They still the requirements. That's it.
Yeah, they'll be leaving. They're in the last years, aren't they? They'll be gone. Yeah, the minute their contracts run out, bye bye.
Yeah, so look, it's if we can try and get rid of, but I'm sure I'm surprised the Finland team don't want Bojan back. He would do well for them over there. So I don't know, but just get some money for him now. I know you said final year. We'll struggle for Ladapo, getting rid of Ladapo, but we didn't really. Did we got him on a free anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, we're paying his wages, but I mean, like with Bojan, you're not going to get back what you paid for him, but if you get something back, then it's better than nothing.
It don't matter who they. I mean, get them moved on, get them playing football. You know, at the end of the day, we don't wish anyone bad, but you want them to play football, don't you? And
I think Ladapo has just lost the desire. He doesn't really care. He's on the latter edge. He's on the latter part of his career now. He's not really bothered anymore. I think Bojan does play, but that's the way I see it anyway. I think Ladapo has lost the hunger for the game. That's how I look at it now. You don't fall to this point where he is now if you just lost the desire for the game. That's how I see it. He was a good player at this level. He was a good player, not so long ago. Yeah. Now he's just dropped massively. It's just like, I mean, he's lost the hunger for the game. That's how I see it.
Get rid of it.
But look, before we do get into our score predictions then, what do you want to see from us tomorrow? And how would you approach the game as well if you was League Run? Like, how would you, obviously it's away, like how would you approach it and what do you want to see from us from the outset tomorrow?
I want to see exactly what we did on last Saturday.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
I want from the get-go, going for them because they play the similar sort of like system. They're kind of attacking, aren't they? Very attacking side. So I want to put them on the back foot straight away. And I know he's going to do that because we're kind of like, Reading's a tough place to go and win anyway, isn't it? I mean, God, I don't know what their record is there, but I know they've got a really good home record. And I want to destroy that home record. So, and just show them how good this team is. I think he's going to go out there, attack, just like they did last week. I don't think many teams could cope with Huddersfield as playing like they played last. Once he started to gel, and get into it, they played amazing football. So right from the get-go, a low header would be nice, wouldn't it? Another goal like that.
Yeah, and a good start would be good, wouldn't it? Quiet the crowd. I don't know if they'll get. I don't know what how many fans they'll. I don't know how much they get attendance-wise. I mean, at Reading, but we need to quieten them down first of all, and then capitalising it. And obviously there's a lot. I think there's about over 1,000 Town fans going tomorrow, which is decent. Yeah. It's really good for an early kickoff like that. I mean, I was going to go to this game, but I just don't fancy the early set. I just don't think I can handle it this week. It's just so yeah.
Yeah, and if you didn't get a Blackpool ticket, you can't go because it's sold out. So.
Oh, don't, mate. I'm gutted. Like, I was waiting until today to get my ticket. I don't know why. Well, yeah, I do know why, but like, I didn't really. But yeah, so that. So my first away game will be Barnsley away on the 30th of August. So yes, plenty of tickets for that one, of course. We know because it's a big away end at Barnsley.
Yeah.
But yes, let's have a look. Digital. Mega Digital says pressure them high up the pitch and have a go from the first minute. Yeah, no,
100%. Yeah,
absolutely. I feel like this game's going to be so open, isn't it, tomorrow? Like, I know that obviously we are good defending with that, but like it's going to be end to end. What I mean, not open. It's going to be end to end.
We're going to concede goals, aren't we? You know, God, we're not invincible. You know, goals. We've only had one game, by the way. You know, and I expect us to let goals, in. But you know, I think
no. Goodman's going to keep keeping those clean sheets for us. What you're talking about?
do you know, Ryan? If he has the same clean sheet record as what he had with Wimbledon, I'm telling you now, I'm buying that man a pint.
Oh my goodness, he can just sign for us permanently if he wants as well. But whilst he's at it,
no, totally, yeah. I'll chip in for that money as well.
Yes, if we get promoted, then there might be a possibility we could, but I don't know. Mind you, although they've signed him on a new contract, so I doubt it will be. But yeah, look, score prediction. Or in fact, I haven't said what I want to say. Yeah, I agree with what everybody else has said really about. I just want to see us get on the front foot, you know what I mean, from the first whistle and put them under pressure, like Mega Digital said here. And the press, keep the press, and just put them under and just quieten the crowd down opening minutes, and then get an early goal. I know this is the ideal scenario. Football doesn't work like this in the ideal scenario world, but you know what's intriguing me about this side that we've got now, though, Mark, is that like if we are like facing some kind of adversity in a match, like how will this squad react to that, and what will Lee Grant do to to make that quick decision to turn it back in our favour? You know what I mean? Like I'm intrigued to see that point where what is this squad going to do, and what is this manager going to do when he needs to change it? You know what I mean? Have you felt like that? Like I don't know. I don't know if it's me, but yeah.
No, I mean, what I don't want to go is to get them same feelings as what I had last season, and I know we'll all agree on this. Everyone that's watching this will agree, is that last season when it went to pardon my French, when it went to chaos, when we had a few injuries and it just went, it was just what is going on, and exactly that. I want to see a clear mind from Lee Grant, a strategy for when we are put into them tough situations.
Yeah,
how we get, and I want to see that happen, and I do want, because then that gives us confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, of course.
As him as a manager, So, and he hasn't been put under pressure yet, and let's see what happens when he is. Tomorrow might be a pressure situation.
Yeah, because we all want to see, obviously, he was always being on top in a match and always be on the but football doesn't work like that throughout the season, isn't it? You have to do ride your luck a little bit sometimes, and then you kind of agree with me in a sense about that. I just thought like it's all right saying like I don't know, you pick out a player here, but like obviously Ben Wiles is one of the players that were here last season, of course, and he was one of those players that when the team's playing well, he'll play well, but when there's adversity, he seems to shy away from it. Now, what will Ben Wiles? What version of Ben Wiles will we see this season when that is the case? Because for me, look, I thought Ben Wiles was fantastic. Was involved in a lot of our play, like most of our play last week, going forward.
Yeah.
But what is he going to do when he needs to step up to the plate? Because he's part of this group. So
and he showed a little bit of that negative play in against. Well, I think he did against Burnley when he started backpassing.
Yeah.
And I was like, what's he doing? Everyone was like, what's he doing? Why is he passing it back? We've got, and so hopefully this team are going to, he'll raise his game along with the other players. Hopefully that'll be the case.
So look, I'm not getting on the Ben Wiles hype train like people are. Like
no. I think he's a great player. He's lucky not to score at the weekend as well.
He's a great game. He had 3 chances. He should have scored at least one, in my opinion. By the way, he had 3 chances sorry, you've got to be taking that first chance he got was a good chance, and did he hit the post? He hit the post.
He hit the post, yeah, within 4 minutes.
You've got to be putting that away. I'm sorry. I mean, I would say, even if it wasn't, even if it was somebody else, I would say the same thing. I'm not. People seem to think I've got a hatred against Ben Wiles and I've got an agenda against. No, I've not. I support every Huddersfield Town player that is willing to put, to show pride in the shirt and actually want to be at this football club. I don't respect any of the people that have been here in the past that have just disrespected us from the very get-go. But I do get behind players that do clearly want to be here. So apparently I've got an agenda. I hate Ben Wiles. Apparently, I don't know. But look, I don't know. But look, let's see what happens. But look, score predictions for tomorrow. Then get your score predictions in down below in the chat. But for me, I'm going to go for a confident result here. I have to back the boys because I was really impressed with what I saw last week. Yes, it's away this game this weekend, but I still have confidence in this group, and I think that'll only get better as the season goes on. So for me, I'm going to go for another clean sheet. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory. I've got May and Taylor to score.
Exactly the same as me, to be honest. So there you go.
Oh, have you gone 2-0 as well? Have you gone
Taylor and May? Yeah, 2-0. Taylor and May. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're on the same page. Me and you see the score. It seems to be so far. We might disagree at some point, but I feel confident. Let's look at when did you see Ben Wiles running the 90th minute last season? I get what you're saying, but like I said, I'm not judging Ben Wiles in one game where we were under the pressure at some points in the match, but we weren't really facing that big adversity where I see players stepping up to the man. And when you've got players on that pitch, and when you have that adversity in a match, you've got to have players that step up and think, I'm taking the lead. Ben Wiles is part of this leadership group, which I can't believe he is because I don't see him as a leader. That's how I see it. Because he wasn't. Where was his leadership skills last season? I don't get it. He's not a leader to me. He's a good player.
He was surrounded by negativity last season, though, wasn't he? And it's all positive, And sometimes you need players around you more positive to lift you.
Yeah, but I mean, like when I look at him, I don't really see him as a leader. When I watch him, the last week he played well, but I don't see him as a leader on the pitch. He's not. Yeah. He just, what I mean. But
4-0.
4-0. Blow me heck. That is. Is that 4-0 to us?
Oh, yeah, that's true. It should be 0-4, shouldn't it? If it's us.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, because we are talking from our perspective, technically, you can put our score for even. So, I think he means 4-0 to us. 2-0 Town to maintain.
Agree with you, Wayne.
Wayne is on the same page as us. So, that is a trio.
Yeah.
Wiles will score his 14 goals this season. Well, he needs to be more clinical in front of goal.
I really hope so. Yeah.
He's going to have to be more clinical than he showed last week if he's going to get that amount of goal. I think, for me, I feel like May's going to get 20 plus goals. I think Charles is going to get 20 plus goals. I think, Charles.
Harness might get into double figures.
What we think, but do you think that we've got, if you think about it, like our striking options now allows us that bit of breathing space at the back as well, doesn't it now? Because we've got goal scorers in our team.
Yeah, it does, and it's like that. It's like I didn't put low on the score sheet for last week because I wasn't thinking logically last week.
Yeah. So Florian, that was very confident. 4-0 victory. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would. Up the town going, definitely.
But look, we are obviously approaching the end of the show now. But I mean, I don't really think we need to say much else really about the game unless you've got anything else that you've got on your mind, Mike. But I just feel like we just need to go tomorrow. I mean, showcase what we can do again. Because we've set the standard from last week so high. We need to keep that on the upward trajectory, really, and we need to go into this game. I feel like you have to have a good away record, don't you, if you're successful in this league, as well as a good home record. You need to pick points away as well.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to lose these horrible cliche phrases that have been said by famous managers in the past, but where they always said defense wins you titles, and then clean sheets really do, and we all know who I'm on about, I suppose. But I really think that like they do, but at the same time, I want more goals at the other end as well.
Yeah.
I want to see what we're like. Exactly what you said earlier on, Ryan. You hit the nail on the head. I want to see us our backs against the wall, down 1-0 in the dying minutes, and come back and see how resilient we are to get that draw. And not lose too many games this season, hopefully. But we'll see how we go.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. But big up. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed the show. It has been a good one, hasn't it? Again, as always, Mike has been fantastic joining me. And yes, it's good to have a discussion. Of course, another happy weekend with 3 points. Come on, Wayne, I love that. Let's keep ourselves at the top of the league. I mean, I know we technically are off the top of the league because Cardiff.
They've played an extra game. Yeah.
They've got a game more than us, so we can go back to the top with a victory and a couple of more goals to our name. So yes. But look, thanks very much for watching, guys. Thank you, Mike, for joining me as always. We're back next week to talk more Huddersfield Town, of course. And yes, so I will be back tomorrow, guys, for the watch along. So do join me at 12:15 tomorrow for the watch along. Good to see some of you there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your contributions as well. I appreciate everybody that's commented, liked, and yes, I appreciate you all. So yeah, have a good rest of the evening, whatever you get up to. If you can't catch me tomorrow, don't worry about it. I'll see you all very, very soon. But hopefully 3 points for us this week.
Oh, definitely 3 points. Definitely.
Yes,
definitely.
Let's have some confidence going to it.
Positivity.
You know what they say. If we collectively, fans, players, manager, go in with confidence, then you're more likely going to get the result you want. So yes, hopefully. But look, and up the town, no worries. Big up the town always, indeed. So yes, guys, have a good evening, whatever you get up to. Have a good weekend. I might see you tomorrow if you're around. If not, take care, stay safe. And as always, up the town. League grounds.
See you guys.
Come on, thanks, Mike. Take care. Bye bye.
Now